Welcome back. BB&T Center is where we are this evening on the part of Florida and Edmonton. But first, time to play Safeway's $1 million score and win. If any Oilers player scores 5 goals in tonight's game, David Maloney of Edmonton could win $1 million at the BB&T Center. If someone scores those 5 goals, shop at Safeway. You could be our next lucky winner right here on Sportsnet.
It is the final meeting of the season between Edmonton and Florida. Let's meet the starting goaltenders, brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of the NHL. Cam Talbot has a 3-year contract extension, and tonight his 25th start of the season. He made 31 saves in the win over Calgary on Saturday. And 30-year-old Al Montoya looks for his 6th win in a row. His last victory was January 10th at Rexall. He made 19 saves in that 2-1 game. The Oilers were 2-1 winners in a shootout against Calgary on Saturday. Florida was in Tampa Bay last night. They lost 3-1. They have lost 3 straight, but they have won 7 straight here at the BB&T Center, and we are underway. Mark Letestu, Nail Yakupov, and Zach Kassian will start up front against the top line for the Florida Panthers. That includes Jaromir Jagr, along with Alexander Barkov and Jonathan Huberdeau. Steven Kampfer back to pick it up in his own zone. Kampfer did not play the last time these teams met. He was out with a knee injury. In fact, he missed 13 games with that knee injury. Here's a giveaway. Huberdeau a chance. He put it up the side of the post. Jonathan Huberdeau, first opportunity. Huberdeau with 24 helpers on the season. He's got 31 points. Barkov. Kassian trying to work it out against Jagr, as the Oilers want to get a change in, as both teams do. Kulikov just chips that puck in. They'll give it to Schultz. As for Draisaitl, intercepted. Davidson recovers, and he'll give it to Hall right up the middle for Draisaitl. He is with Teddy Purcell. Billy Mitchell, the captain, sends the puck around the boards. Jussi Jokinen plays it to the middle, gave it away. Draisaitl chips it in for Hall. Hall circles the net, checked there by Mitchell. Picked up now by Bukestad, right out in front of his own net. Logan Shaw to Bukestad, gets it back again. He'll dump that puck in. Short shifts for the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers, Drew, to start this game.
Yeah, and not a hit yet. Not one even attempt at finishing a check or anybody just getting in the face of anybody.
Ryan Campbell, pass intercepted by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, who is with Eberle and Pouliot. Trocheck gets it to Smith. Back the other way comes Eberle. Nugent-Hopkins at center, dumps it in. Stopped by Campbell, and Pouliot was offside.
But the first chance of the game goes early to the Florida Panthers on a heinous giveaway by Andre Sekera. Get that puck going north. What are you doing? Want to go east-west with a backhand pass in your own zone? First shift. Get it up off the boards. Get it going north. Bring your forwards back. Get going the other way.
Dangerous guy to give it away to. Huberdeau's got 6 points in his last 6 games.
Just want to make sure your goals are right. Hey, Cam, here's one for you. Get in the game, bud.
He's good for the backhand that goes wide. Eric Greiba. Checked to the near side by Trocheck. Got it to Nugent-Hopkins. Trocheck brings it back in with Brandon Pirri. Pirri gets it down low. Smith lets it go for Trocheck. Gets it back again. He is checked by Nurse as he plays it back into Branson. It was tipped away by Pouliot. And that will allow the Oilers to get a change in. Hall, Draisaitl, and Purcell right back out there. Mark Fane and Andre Sekera on the blue line. Florida, the #1 team in the Atlantic Division. They are the second best team in the Eastern Conference. Campbell dishes off to Kulikov. Kulikov throws it towards the net. Talbot makes the save. John Thornton, he did not play the last time these teams met. With McKenzie and Howden. Thornton with the puck now at center. He will fire it in, as Gene mentioned, 1,000 career penalty minutes. John Thornton has fought 4 times this season. Howden has it go off his skate. It goes right to Sekera. As for Pakarinen was behind him. And Taylor Hall got caught on the offside. As we take a look at the keys to the game, they're brought to you by Ford, official automotive partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
For Todd McCullough's team, his team needs to spend less time in their own zone. Get the puck moving other way as quickly as possible. And Stop having him hug the boards after rim pass after rim pass. And for the Florida Panthers, 5 guys. We're not talking about burger joint. We're talking about the fact that the Florida Panthers want to have 5 guys in each zone.
Letestu's line out there again against the Yager line as Schultz gets it to Davidson. He'll send it around the boards. Waiting for it there is Yakupov. Yakupov trying to get free. Back to Schultz. Davidson throws it towards the net. Off the stick of Yager. A jump ball. Kulikov and Letestu battle in behind the net. Kulikov gave it away to Yakupov. Back to Davidson over to Schultz. Schultz. Shot goes wide. Yakupov picks it up on the far side. Nail Yakupov. Pass for Schultz. Schultz sweeps it towards the net. He had Cassian right there. And the Panthers clear it out, and they'll get a change. And the boos you hear are for number 23, Matt Hendricks. Public enemy number 1 here in Sunrise, Florida. Cam Talbot covers up and gets the whistle.
Hendricks delivered the hard hit on Aaron Ekblad. I know you've seen it. We've shown it to you a bunch of times already tonight. This is Matt's first game back after receiving a 3-game suspension of Florida. Ekblad, he's up on the big screen right now, and they're booing him. Here's the hit. This was a hard hit. 3-game suspension. Aaron Ekblad has not played since, and the Florida Panthers have not won since.
Gastic and Thornton on the ice right now.
Here they go.
It is Hendricks and Gudbranson. We saw this coming as Gudbranson brings the right hands over top. Matt Hendricks trying to keep the bigger man at bay, but it's hard as number 44 has got that right hand free. He's coming uppercuts and then over the top. And it's done. Matt Hendricks' 5th fight of the season.
Eric Gudbranson is absolutely huge.
6'5", 216 pounds.
And Matt gave up a lot of inches and a lot of weight. But this was happening right off the faceoff. He already said something going into the faceoff circle. He and Gudbranson had already talked before the puck even dropped. Matt knew he was going to have to answer for the hit, and he went and did it right off the bat. I have nothing but admiration and respect for Matt Hendricks on that particular moment. He knew that he had to answer the bell for the hit. He went out and did it. And like you said, okay, puck's dropped, now it's over.
4 minutes and 16 seconds into the contest. They'll both sit now, 5 minutes for play. Ryan Campbell brings it around behind the net. McKenzie, long shot. Near boards, it's handled by Talbot, and he will get the face-off.
We were talking to Eric Gudbranson today in the dressing room in the morning skate. He talked about, here's Matty Hendricks right here. Let's go back. Yeah, he's going to keep talking. He looks up, he looks at Hendricks, gives him a nod, tells the guys where the face-off is going to go, and then the puck drop, and he and Gudbranson went at it.
Circles the net, being checked by Nurse. And Gastic and Thornton remain on the ice. They had a long conversation during the warm-up as Gastic runs into Petrovic. Petrovic fought Matt Hendricks in that game on January the 10th. So did Logan Shaw. Quentin Howden, outlet pass for Thornton. Thornton moving in against Nurse. Nurse missed that check. Gastic throws another hit, this time on Derek McKenzie before he heads to the bench. 3 shots for the Panthers. The Oilers looking for their first shot on Al Montoya. 14:50 left to go in the first period. The Oilers, the first of back-to-back games. They will be in Tampa tomorrow. Montoya plays it around the boards. Kuliak picks it up on that far side. Out bouncing puck. Trocheck. Agent Hopkins checks Riley Smith. Trocheck can't get going. He does get the puck to Peary. And the Florida Panthers captain, Willie Mitchell, circles in his own zone. Mitchell dishes off for Trocheck. Trocheck trying to get by Fane. He'll play it back to the point. Intercepted by Teddy Purcell right up the middle. Here comes Taylor Hall. Hall moving in. Hall scores! Taylor Hall, his first first goal in 7 games is the first goal of this game.
All coaches will tell you that good offense starts with good defense, and so you've got that defensive play to make the puck go out of the zone. Good play by Teddy Purcell to hit the tape of Taylor Hall. Taylor shortens up on his stick right here. Shortens up so he gets a little bit of control, make sure he has it, and then one quick move and it's up over the shoulder. But the key was closing in to get the turnover, to get the puck going north, and then bang, upstairs. And the Oilers strike first.
Taylor Hall has 17 goals on the season. 5:50 the time of the goal. Teddy Purcell gets his 17th helper of the year as he sent away Taylor Hall. Now has 43 points on the year, and the Oilers have a 1-0 lead.
Taylor on the scoreboard. Absolutely needed to do.
Came into the game with 1 point in his last 6.
It's funny, they asked him, are you shooting enough? And he said, well, there's a difference between shooting enough and getting the opportunities to shoot.
Yager works his way in. Drop pass for Barkov. Barkov right in front for Huberdeau and went off his skate. Yager picks it up. Barkov is out in front. Drops it back for Camper. He'll give it to Huberdeau. Jonathan Huberdeau to Brian Campbell. Campbell plays it around the boards. It's picked off there by Schultz. Schultz plays it to Yakupov, who backhands it down the ice. Steven Camper. Bukestad. Bukestad had the only goal for Florida in that game against Tampa last night. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins moving in. Look at Darnell Nurse jumping up. Nugent-Hopkins circles. Nurse calling for it. Tipped away there by Jussi Jokinen. Hopkins again. Now for Eberle. He is checked immediately by Mitchell. Nugent-Hopkins knocked down by the wily veteran. Eberle comes up with the puck. Mitchell diving. Eberle gets by him. Dishes off to Nugent-Hopkins. Comes all the way back to Nurse. Plays it off the end boards. To the near side. Greiba waiting for it there. Greiba leaves it for Nugent-Hopkins. Throws it towards the net. It was blocked by Bukestad. But good pressure from this line. Eberle has it as the Oilers are going to make a change while keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Taylor Hall is out there. Pinching down his face. Throws it towards the net. Montoya the save. No rebound for Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall gets his 17th goal of the season. The Oilers have a 1-0 lead.
Welcome back. There's been a fight. There's been a goal for Todd McLellan's team, but coming into the game, the Oilers head coach was concerned about the travel the Edmonton Oilers have been through over basically over the weekend. Remember, last Thursday night they played in San Jose and then jetted off for Edmonton on Friday morning, a 9 a.m. flight. They were back home for a morning skate, a game, and about 40 hours later, then another even longer flight, basically 5 hours to Florida. But you haven't seen them be road weary to begin this game. The flight for myself was pretty good. Got a chance to eat something, watch a movie, and then I could just watch Kevin sleep the rest of the way. So for me, I'm ready to go.
I'm very good at that.
One thing Todd McLellan, he didn't want to mention the travel to his players because last thing you want to do is give them a built-in excuse.
Shaw, he lets it go, and Talbot makes the save.
Areas of concern for the Edmonton coaching staff is being able to cleanly get out of the zone. You've got the opportunity, you have the puck up the blue line, make sure your forwards stay in before they start jetting out when you don't have the puck. And that happens a lot of times, and the defensemen are on an island. You see Jimmy Johnson, Ian Herbers, who work with the D, they're always seem to be on an island where the forwards are too far out. For the Florida Panthers, they talked about that. That's why it was 4 keys was 5-5-5. 5 guys get back to help the breakout, 5 guys in the speed of the attack, and 5 guys in the offensive zone. The Oilers need some of that in their game.
Benoit Pouliot over to Davidson, a wrist shot caught by Montoya, and he'll hang on to it. Well, on behalf of the Safeway Score and Win contest and Purex laundry detergent, Kelvin Buban of Fort Saskatchewan has won the premium Bluetooth audio speaker by House of Marley. On the goal by Taylor Hall, his 17th of the season, assisted by Teddy Purcell. Well, they had experimented, Drew, in the game we did in San Jose with switching the centers, Draisaitl and Nugent-Hopkins, but the old gang's back together again.
And I think that's exactly right, is that Todd experimented, but then now goes back to the guys playing together that they've had success in the past, and that's what coaches can base it on. Sometimes it's a hunch or shock to the system to change it up. But for Todd, he wanted to go back to the familiar faces because they seem to work.
Riley Smith with a pass to Peary. His shot is stopped. Cassian 1-2 there by Smith. The shots are 5-3 in favor of the Panthers, who start a 4-game homestand. They'll play Chicago on Friday. That is when Aaron Ekblad is expected back into the lineup. Schultz works his way to center. Sends the puck around the boards. Yakupov waiting for it. Checked by Kampfer. Now it comes to the near side. Thornton in a race against Greiba. Thornton gets there first. Letestu battled to try and keep it in. Cassian will play it back. Darnell Nurse fanned on that pass, but no danger. He just goes behind the net and regroups. Cassian turns, shoots it in. It goes right to Montoya. Mitchell now to Huberdeau. Huberdeau to the middle, looking for Thornton out of his reach. Now it's backhanded in by Thornton. He will change. Given a bump there by Huberdeau. Jonathan Huberdeau. Huberdeau surrounded, couldn't get the shot away. Jágr lays it back, does Barkov, and now Hall on the intercept from Petrovic. Tipped in by Teddy Purcell. Ryan Campbell sweeps it for Jágr, gets by him. Fane dumps it right back in. Here's the Edmonton native, Alex Petrovic, number 6. He is playing with Brian Campbell. Campbell with the puck now. Campbell will give it to Jágr. Jaromir Jágr dishes to Barkov. He'll go across. Pass behind Huberdeau and picked up by Gazdic. Gazdic, Akarinen, and Letestu. Stopped at the blue line. Huberdeau back the other way. Jágr to Barkov. Drop pass for Jágr. Jágr, Barkov. His shot stopped by Talbot. Covered and held. Rogers Oilers hockey is right here on Sportsnet.
With the first and only goal of the game, gets it on a breakaway, fires it from just in front of Al Montoya. 1 goal in the last 14 games. He was struggling. Why? Well, maybe this is one of the reasons. Only 38% of his shots came from the slot area. We all know that if you're going to score goals in the National Hockey League, you've got to score from that area. The coaches will talk about getting to the dirty areas. Look at it right in front of the net, 22%, 22.4, 17.1% outside. So any shots within that blue circle, that's 49%. That's when his 15 goals came in 29 games. It hurts to score in the National Hockey League. You've got to get to those areas, and we talked to Taylor about that today.
Campbell down low. It is his first goal against the Florida Panthers in 6 games. A shot lets it rip, and that one missed the target. Bukestad to the middle for Jokinen, back to Gudbranson. He'll play it down low for Logan Shaw, lets it go for Bukestad. Bukestad checked by Eberle, who is in turn checked by Jussi Jokinen. Pouliot trying to get by Gudbranson. Pouliot lost his stick.
Penalty to Pouliot for holding.
Century Casino, welcome to the winner's zone.
Benoit Pouliot in the penalty box for holding, and this is not a good penalty. He gets the stick knocked out of his hand, and then immediately latches onto the stick of Jussi Jokinen. Referee makes the call. It's just not a smart play.
Power play for Florida was 0 for 5 in that loss last night in Tampa. Have not had a power play against the Oilers. This is the first one in the season series. Bukestad is out in front as Barkov plays it back to Huberdeau. Kulikov on the point. Trocheck on the near side. Has the puck. He'll go cross ice. Huberdeau. Kulikov. Pass intercepted by Letestu, and he will send it down the ice.
Good stick by Mark Letestu.
Boy, it's a Jekyll and Hyde for the Florida Panthers when it comes to their power play. It is ranked 27th in the league. They come here, and it's ranked 7th.
30th on the road.
Back the other way, Nugent Hopkins shorthanded. Shot goes wide, picked up by Bukestad. Vincent Trocheck across the blue line as the Panthers make a change. Trocheck gave it away to Nugent Hopkins. He is out there with Teddy Purcell shorthanded. Ryan Nugent Hopkins doing a great job on this penalty kill. A penalty kill that is ranked 15th on the road. Down there, Yager. Checked by Darnell Nurse. Plays it back to Brian Campbell. Gets the puck right back again. Jokinen on the far side. Jokinen back to Campbell. Campbell with a wrist shot through traffic. That hit Yager. Scramble for it. Picked up by Hendricks. And Matt Hendricks will send it the length of the ice. 25 seconds left to go, and the penalty to Benoit Pouliot. Just over 7 minutes left to go in the first period. Riley Smith. Pass to Thornton. Thornton goes to Jokinen. To Yager, fanned on that shot. And that allows Sekera to send it down the ice. Pakarinen in pursuit. Gets there ahead of Campbell. Good hustle by number 26. Eero Pakarinen will now change. Ball is out there. The penalty is over. Pouliot's back on the ice. Quick pass to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl gets by Mitchell. Centers for Hall. He was tied up before he could get the shot away. Greiba sneaks over and keeps it in. The Florida Panthers did not get a shot on that power play. Right up the middle, the pass for McKenzie comes right to Cam Talbot. He'll hang on.
The Edmonton Oilers coming to South Florida have actually enjoyed themselves in South Florida. Last 6 meetings, Oilers are 6-0. Not a lot of goals scored. Check out that last line though. Last 5 games have gone to overtime.
4 of those 5 have gone to a shootout.
And the Oilers know it's strangers to the overtime period this year. 25 one-goal games. It's been absolutely amazing.
8 straight one-goal games for them coming into this one. 15 times they have gone to overtime this year. Mitchell from the point. His shot kicked aside by Cam Talbot. Mitchell can't keep it in at the line. Petrovic to McKenzie. And that puck ends up going into the Oiler bench.
I'm going to show you Leon Draisaitl. I just think this is a cool little move. Leon Draisaitl squeezes by the D-man. He gets tied up with the referee. Loses it. Comes back. Has it in control. Almost had to switch sticks or switch hands with the stick, but linesman was in the way, but it didn't throw Leon off and still had it all the way.
You can do left hand, right hand, you're amphibious.
So, yes, that's exactly what you are. I'm sure that's what explain that English to him when you talk to him next. Gerard Gallant having a discussion with the official, and he looks to be unhappy, Gerard Gallant.
Unhappy his team has lost its last 3 games.
You know, Todd McCullough talks about it, though. He often quotes Jacques Lemaire, who he worked with in the Minnesota Wild organization. Jacques used to say, your game starts to get sick before you start to lose. And the Panthers game started to get sick on that streak. Even Gerard Gallant talked about it when they came to Edmonton, the fact that they weren't playing very well, but they were still winning.
Just had 14 shots in that game. Huberdeau turns. Huberdeau will give it to Yager. Yager's got Kulikov at the point, puts it down low. Both Huberdeau and Barkov are there. Kulikov has to wait. Now he'll bring it back in with Huberdeau. Schultz checks number 11. Barkov in there to help as well. The puck's still alive. Yager trying to dig it free. Down low is Camphor. He'll play it behind the net. Intercepted by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. The puck comes to Schultz. He'll play it near side for Eberle. He's checked immediately by Kulikov. As this Panther line is keeping the Oilers hemmed in their own zone. Now an opportunity to get out, and it's Pouliot who flips it down the ice. Eberle was looking for it. And now he'll change. Under 5 minutes left to go in the first period. Steven Camphor checked by Fane. Right back comes Yakupov. Cassian driving the net. Here's a centering pass. Cassian was checked there by Peary.
Peary did a nice job tying up Cassian's stick.
Riley Smith kept in by Mark Letestu, right on to Montoya, who juggles and hangs on. Rogers Oilers hockey right here on the net.
Welcome back. Cam Talbot, as spoken about earlier by Kevin and Drew, as well as our panel, signing a 3-year deal with the Edmonton Oilers. While it made headlines on Sportsnet.ca on Sunday. In fact, after the pregame skate Saturday morning versus Calgary is when he actually signed the deal. And to this point, he's had to long distance tell his wife, Kelly, who's in Dallas, so he'll see her in a few days' time. From first offer to signed deal, it only took 4 days to get it done with Peter Chiarelli, proving this contract getting completed. Well, there were no ifs, ands, or, Kevin.
Talbot.
Thank you, pal.
Yeah. Ghostwriter. Riley Smith chips it in with Fury and Trocheck. Hall, the goal scorer. Draisaitl and Purcell on his line. Trocheck, drop pass. Smith can't get the shot away. Teddy Purcell. Leon Draisaitl catching up to it. Hall going to the middle. Draisaitl lays it around the boards. It's picked up there by Riley Smith. He'll play it off the boards and get it to Peary. Now to Trocheck. Trocheck. A wrist shot that hits the glass behind Cam Talbot. Back to the point. Kept in by Petrovic. Right out in front. Davidson. Good job of tying up his man. That is Peary. Gazdic with Hendricks. Flying down the ice. Willie Mitchell trying to cut him off. Hendricks has the puck now. His backhand goes to the front. Gazdic. What a chance for Luke Gazdic. Trying to get his second goal of the season. Pakarinen fires the puck in. Montoya slows it down just a little bit. Jussi Jokinen for Mitchell. Mitchell for Shaw. Logan Shaw chips it slowly down the ice. Racing after it, Bukestad. Nick Bukestad along with Jokinen and Shaw. This is Bukestad back to the point. Hanford. Shaw behind the net. Checked by Nugent-Hopkins. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, a solid defensive first period. Greiba will get it to Nurse. He will whip that puck around the boards. 2:45 left to go in the first period. This one will come back on the icing call.
You know your business. We know how to protect it. Inside Insurance, specializing in the oil and gas and construction industries. InsideInsurance.ca.
Little chip off the boards to Matt Hendricks, who's got a ton of speed, beats Willie Mitchell to the puck, controls it, and Luke Gazdic goes to the front of the net. Enough of a scramble in front. Luke just cannot find that bouncing puck. It just pops up and it just whiffs on it. Would have been an open netter for him.
Luke Gazdic did not dress the last 7 games. Lori Korpikoski blocked a shot in that game against Calgary. He is unable to play tonight.
Not too many people on the ice. Discussion with the linesman right now for the Oiler bench. There's Luke Gazdic. What Luke needs to do is make an impact. Simple as that. I mean, he can make an impact by being a physical player. John Shannon talked about it. Yes, he was a tough guy who wants to be a player. Well, there's your opportunity to prove it. You've got to make a case to keep yourself in the lineup. You've got to make it difficult for the coach to take you out. He doesn't have to do that by fighting. He has to do that by being physical, being a presence.
2:22 left to go in the period. 7 shots for the Panthers, just 4 for the Oilers, but they lead 1-0 on the goal by Taylor Hall. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins against Sean Thornton. Nugent-Hopkins wins the draw. Davidson to Schultz. Schultz to Eberle. Jordan Eberle to the middle for Pouliot. Got by him and is picked up by the captain. He gave it away to Pouliot. Pouliot. Nugent-Hopkins right out in front. Eberle scores. Jordan Eberle gets his 11th goal of the year. And the Edmonton Oilers have a 2-0 lead.
Jumping on a mistake. Having a good stick. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is there to force the mistake to Benoit Pouliot, and then a beautiful pass over to Jordan Eberle. Move the puck, move to the net, and the patience of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Eberle's got his stick down, he's waiting for it right here, but the patience of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to wait till the sliding defenseman goes by and then sliver that pass to Jordan Eberle, and the Oilers take a big 2-0 lead.
Jordan Eberle came into the game without a goal in his last 6. He's got 11 on the year. Huberdeau's shot is stopped by Talbot. The Oilers with 2 goals on 5 shots. Huberdeau. Barkov, wrist shot, blocked by Fane. Kulikov with it now. Pass for Yager, hopped over his stick. Andrei Sekera takes a hit, gets it to the blue line. Teddy Purcell moving in. Purcell on a good defensive play. Recovering by Dmitry Kulikov.
This will be the last guy you'd really want to give it to. Teddy Purcell's money in this situation. When he gets a chance against the goaltender, he can score like he did in the shootout. We'll pass up to Teddy Purcell, slides in behind the defeat. That's a nice play by Dmitry Kulikov with the quick stick. Let's go back to the goal. There's the forced error by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. The patience of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins waiting for Brian Campbell. Slides past. There's a small little opening right on Jordan Eberle's stick. He made no mistake.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins now has 22 assists on the year. Shoots it in as Gazdic clears.
Guys that the Oilers need to score. So far, has scored.
The second line has 3 points. Trocheck. Now to Smith. Riley Smith trying to get by Greiba. Trocheck. Checked by Pakarinen. Tied up. He kicks it down to Campbell. Campbell pinching in. To the other side, it's Trocheck to Peary. Brandon Peary has Nurse all over him as we've got less than a minute to go in the period, and a penalty coming up to Darnell Nurse with 49.7 seconds left to go. Our next score and win winner, courtesy of Safeway and Purex Laundry Detergent, is Kathleen Seba of Edmonton, who has won the Husqvarna High Wheel Push Mower. Congratulations on the goal by Jordan Eberle.
Darnell took a similar penalty in overtime against Calgary on Saturday night. It's that move right there. You want to get your stick in, yes, but you can't in the National Hockey League now. Now, he doesn't like the call, but it's 2 calls now, 2 games in a row, same type of penalty. You got to learn.
Second power play for the Florida Panthers did not generate a shot the last time they had the man advantage. They have not scored a power play goal in their last 7 games coming into this one. Letestu wins the draw. He won 20 of the 26 draws he took in that game against Calgary. Kulikov manages to keep it in, but the Oilers will send it down the ice. 37 seconds left to go in the period. Letestu is up front with Teddy Purcell. It is Davidson and Greiba on the blue line. Alexander Barkov checked by Teddy Purcell, and Purcell sends it the length of the ice as the Oilers change their penalty killers. Pakarinen and Hendricks are out there now with Fane and Sekera. Kulikov to Barkov. Alexander Barkov circles the net. He's got Bukestad with him. Nick Bukestad gets it to Jonathan Huberdeau. Huberdeau snaps a shot, juggled by Talbot. Sits at the side of the net, right at the horn. So the Florida Panthers will have 1:11 minutes left to go in a power play when the second period starts. But David, a great road period for the Edmonton Oilers.
Welcome back to Rogers Oilers Hockey on Sportsnet, where Florida fans, well, they're looking glum because right now it is the visiting team that leads the home team through one period of play. Now, I have to ask you, have you ever wanted to design your own goalie mask? I'm sure Cam Talbot did, and he has his own now. Now your chance with an Oilers Design a Mask contest presented by Boston Pizza. Visit EdmontonOilers.com or a participating Boston Pizza location in Edmonton to find out how you can win a replica goalie mask with your own design, a private meet and greet with an Edmonton Oilers goalie, and 2 silver club seats to an upcoming Oilers home game. Well, home games here in Florida have been a lot busier when it comes to the fans, and we're looking forward to hearing more about tonight from Kevin and Drew.
All right, Gene, thanks very much. Let's take a look at the first period scoring summary brought to you by Worley Parsons Ford. Visit WorleyParsonsFord.com and join our leading industrial construction team and enjoy great benefits and, Drew, a safe work environment.
That's what I have with you, Kev. Taylor Hall, Jordan Eberle, 2 guys that needed to score for the Oilers to get off to the start that they did and have a chance of winning. Both scored. Hall on a breakaway, Eberle on a nice play from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. But also another area that helped the Oilers win is penalty killing. When they're successful on the penalty kill, they have a great chance of winning the game. Mark Letestu, perfect position, nice stick. Good pressure at the blue line. Coming back, you got the D standing up, and you've got a little help from the forwards coming back. Watch the stick for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, doing an outstanding job in pushing the puck deep. Again, back pressure by Teddy Purcell. You've got the forwards working in concert with the defense with the good sticks. You're going to need that for the next 1:11 minutes as Darnell Nurse is still in the box.
For holding, it is the second power play of this hockey game for the Florida Panthers. Mark Letestu and Matt Hendricks will start with Greiba and Davidson. And off the hop, it was Letestu who won the draw. Right out in front it comes. Campbell clears it away, but Hendricks is right there to keep it in. Brian Campbell played over 9 minutes in that first period. The guys back in the studio talked about the absence of Aaron Ekblad. Jokinen shot stopped by Talbot. He'll hang on. Needs more minutes for other defensemen, and Brian Campbell is a guy that is going to take a lion's share of those minutes. He plays about 21 and a half during the game.
Brian is a defenseman who can jump up in the play, handles the puck well, makes a good first pass, very crafty when he gets the puck in the offensive zone. He's also a smart player. He's a smart defenseman that knows how to expend energy but not use it all up.
Another face-off win for Letestu, but the Florida Panthers keep it in at the line. It was Riley Smith. Here's Jokinen cross ice for Campbell. Campbell. Howden. To Jaromir Jagr. Jagr checked by Davidson. Letestu gets the puck down the ice. 28 seconds left to go in the minor to Darnell Nurse. Riley Smith across the line. He will dish off to Shaw. Get it back again. Campbell at the point. Campbell hammers a shot up high. And that puck just disappeared.
I think it hit. Campbell took the shot.
Shaw
hit Shaw
in his gear. He just dropped it like he was laying an egg.
Shaw's in front and he's trying to provide the screen, and it's lodged in his equipment somewhere. Big shot from Brian Campbell, gets up a little high, and voila! David Copperfield could not have been happier, and it goes right into his glove, it looks like. And where is it?
Nick Bukestad will take this draw against Matt Hendricks, who comes into this game with a 60% success rate. On the face-off, controlled by the Oilers, Spain sends it around the boards, and that will do it. As Darnell Nurse comes back on the ice, just 2 shots for Florida on that power play. They are now 0 for 2. Bukestad. Shot stopped by Talbot. Rebound cleared by Sekera. Kulikov on the far side, able to keep it in. Sekera's got it again. He was checked immediately by Bukestad. A shot from a sharp angle. Right in front by Huberdeau. Taylor Hall trying to get it by Huberdeau. Can't do it. Barkov drops for Bukestad. Bukestad throws it in front for Barkov. It got by him, and it's picked up by Teddy Purcell. Purcell to Davidson. And a interference penalty has been called.
That's too bad. This is a really nice breakout by Teddy Purcell. Teddy comes back to the puck, but Andre Sekera runs a little bit of a pick here. Todd McClellan not very happy with the call. That's 3 in a row now gone against the Edmonton Oilers. This little pick right there. Oh, I agree with Todd McClellan. That's a little light as far as the calls go.
So Sekera in the penalty box, and the Florida Panthers go right back on the power play. Letestu goes right back out there to take the draw against Nick Bukestad. He and Hendricks will start this penalty kill. Greiba and Davidson are the blue liners. Barkov wins the draw. Trocheck round to the near side. Kulikov is there. Keeps it in for Alexander Barkov. Covering at the point is Jonathan Huberdeau, as Hendricks circles his own net and then plays it up and out. It went right into the Florida bench as he waves his... Sorry about that.
Sorry about that, guys. I really did not mean to put that right at your bench. Last 7 games at home. Kevin, you already talked about this in the open. Outstanding work by the Florida Panthers. One area that they really improved on at this last one in this homestand is the penalty kill, something that Gerard Gallant has talked about, and every coach talks about it. Defense first attitude. That
franchise record set during the 12-game winning streak. Davidson off the glass and down the ice. Hiro Pakarinen and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Davidson and Greiba. This is Nick Bukestad. Bukestad trying to get around Greiba. Newstead circles the net. Back up top for Huberdeau. Jonathan Huberdeau. Kulikov steps into a shot. That was blocked. Kulikov gets it again. They'll give it to Huberdeau. Jonathan Huberdeau. Huberdeau hangs on to it. Now he'll dish to Barkov. Barkov. Shot missing the target from Vincent Trocheck. Eventually gets out of play.
Jonathan Huberdeau, very crafty guy with the puck. He's got poise. He's got terrific vision. When he gets the opportunity in tight, he hasn't often is able to put it away. He's got 7 goals this year, 24 assists. He's more of a playmaker. One thing that he told us is that Jaromir Jagr has told him, hold on to that puck. You've got more time than you think, so don't give it away so early. And with 24 assists, it looks like he's listening.
Campbell gets it to Smith. Smith down to Jussi Jokinen. Jussi Jokinen on the half wall. Shaw plays it back to Campbell. 42 seconds of power play time remaining. Jokinen trying to feed it through. It's gloved away by Darnell Nurse. But the Panthers keep control. Jussi Jokinen. Good play by Letestu to get it back to Nurse, who fired it down the ice. Campbell will go back to pick it up in his own zone.
I think Al Montoya remembered that it was a power play because he didn't play that puck thinking it might be an icing, and then he remembered.
Campbell weaves his way in right at the side of the net. Oh, what a save by Talbot as he took it away from Jussi Jokinen.
As we already talked about, Brian Campbell, very crafty in the offensive zone with the puck. It's like an extra forward. He makes a very nice move, looks everybody off, right to Shovel. What a super save by Cam Talbot. And this is where you're seeing Cam Talbot just really take off. Sorry, it was Jussi Jokinen with the great opportunity. But Cam Talbot being able to read the play ahead of everybody else.
13 saves so far in this game for Cam Talbot, who faced just 14 shots the last time these teams met. Penalty to Sekera is now over. 2 shots for Florida on that power play. They're 0 for 3 with 4 total shots. Quentin Howden out there with Thornton and McKenzie. McKenzie lays it back to Mitchell. Mitchell at the point. Sifts it down low, intercepted by Fain around the boards for Pouliot. And Benoit Pouliot down the ice. Leon Draisaitl hustling. Leon Draisaitl picks it up. And he's cut off there by Petrovic. Draisaitl stays with it. Back to the point it comes. Taylor Hall circles. Hall, a shot, scores. Taylor Hall's got 2 goals on the night. And the Panthers have a 3-0 lead. Or the Oilers with a 3-0 lead, and the Panthers may be thinking about changing their goaltender.
Big goal again. This happens because of the breakout. Leon Draisaitl comes from underneath that play, and he's able to gain that space, support that puck. Nice little tight turn. Boy, Leon can hang on to that puck, and there's just finding the right time to get it away. And again, Taylor Hall talking about opportunities to shoot the puck. He said, I've spent a lot of time in my zone, so I haven't had the opportunities. Well, he gets the opportunity here. This is from the high slot. Boom, in the net. Perfect screen.
Herschel and Draisaitl get the helpers at 4:19. Taylor Hall's got 18 goals on the year. And the Oilers have a 3-0 lead. They've got 3 goals on 7 shots. Trocheck around the boards for Peary. Smith gets spun around. Peary knocks down his man Schultz, then gets a shot, and it's stopped by Talbot.
Pizza 73, your hockey feast favorite. Score a big pizza and tasty wings at Pizza 73.
Well, by shopping at Safeway, Carl Zerbrig of Fort Saskatchewan has won the Lagostina 8-piece cookware set, courtesy of Safeway and Purex laundry detergent. Congratulations, Carl, on the goal by Taylor Hall, his second of the night. Taylor Hall came in without a goal in his career against Florida. Now he's got 2. Eddie Purcell with 2 assists. Taylor Hall with 2 goals. Perry shot in. Talbot sweeps it away after he juggled that rebound. Trocheck behind the net. Fane cuts that off, sends it around the boards. Campbell given a bump there by Nail Yakupov. Campbell, though, recovers, gets it to Peary. The shot by Barkov stopped. Rebound in front. Yager was right there as well. Letestu. Outlet pass to Zach Kassian. Kassian cutting for the net. His backhand is juggled by Montoya. And he will hang on to it.
Zach Kassian getting more comfortable with the speed of the game. Trying to get his hands back. Nice little move with the hands, and then the backhand towards Al Montoya. Got a little bit more zip on it. Al Montoya, his last 5 starts, he has been absolutely, 100% unbeatable. Wins everything. He's already down 3 in this game. It's very unusual for Al Montoya and the Panthers when he was in the net.
7-1-1. He was 6-7-2 last year. Mitchell gets it out to center, and that's as far as it goes as Schultz lays it to Davidson, wraps it around the boards. Waiting for it there is Matt Hendricks, along with Eberle and Pouliot. Huberdeau to Yager. Jaromir Jagr off the boards for Barkov. Barkov right out in front it comes. Mitchell sets into a shot. Handled by Talbot, looking for the rebound. It's still loose. They bang away at the side of the net. And finally it's covered. Taylor Hall with his 2nd goal of the game. His team with a 3-0 lead.
Well, the Florida Panthers, thanks to players like Jaromir Jagr, are trying to grow their fan base, and there may not be a more passionate Panther fan than Cheryl LaPalme, who's in this trio of Panther fans. She's a past president of the fan club. The last 7 years, she's been making jerseys to put on these rubber rats for each player. These are for Logan Shaw and Corbin Knight. She says it takes her a total of about 3 days to put them together, and she tries to do them for all the players. Unfortunately, Kevin and Drew, she does not make them for the media.
Rats!
I've got nothing for that. Nothing.
Scott Mellamy had the answer for a rat in the dressing room. That's how all this started.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll forget that playoffs when we went to the finals against Colorado and the Rats would rain down on the opponents. Not live ones, of course.
And now they wear Panther uniforms as that puck goes up.
Oh, wow. But it's been a resurgence this year. And one of the reasons why we talked to Sean Thornton about is guys like Jaromir Jagr, the coach in Gerard Gallant, who's done an outstanding job going to the All-Star game. It is the leadership that Dale Talon has put into place with Gerard, Sean Thornton, Brian Campbell, Jaromir Jagr, guys that have all won wherever they have been. And they said, when we talked to them, that the young guys have just looked at these guys and said, wow, if I can learn from these guys, I'm going to have a pretty good career.
Sending 4 to the All-Star game for the first time in franchise history, including the coach, Gerard Gallant.
Gerard had a great line. He said, I couldn't make it as a player, so nice to get there as a coach. He's one of those guys that's just without ego.
Ekblad, Jagr, and Roberto Luongo will be joining him in Nashville. Jagr voted in by the fans, going for the 10th time in his career. Offside is the call at the Florida blue line.
There's Roberto Luongo, who has had just some outstanding seasons. And there's the other guy who's a leader. He's been a big leader. He's, in Vancouver, he was a huge leader. And he is one of those guys that is listened to, but he's also one of those guys that gives a lot of praise to the young players who are helping drive this team forward.
6th time that he will be going to the All-Star game. He is currently 6th in the league in wins. He's got 19 on the season. He's also top 10 in terms of save percentage, checking in at number 8.
The thing when you talk to the older guys, how proud they are wearing this Panther uniform and the kind of little surge in popularity that they're experiencing.
Davidson shot from the points, and Montoya makes the save. No rebound for Jordan Eberle. And Matt Hendricks has been out there with Eberle and Pouliot.
Good little jump right here by Matt Hendricks. Takes the inside, cuts in, kicks it back. Low high shot towards the net, and the Oilers fighting to get in front. Another aspect of the game that needs to improve for the Oilers is provide as much traffic. Again, Taylor Hall told us that today.
Macarena now joins Pouliot and Eberle. Campbell knocking the stick. I think it knocked out of his hands. Here's Eberle. Keep our eye and see it up with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Drive a long shot. That one misses. Gobranson on the far side. Takes a hit there from Pakarinen as he gets the puck down into Oiler territory. Under 12 minutes left to go in the second period. 16-9. The shots favor the Panthers, but they trail 3-0. Petrovic. His pass intended for Quentin Howden. It's picked up now by Taylor Hall. He'll drop it back for Darnell Nurse. Nurse to Greiba. Greiba plays it along the boards. Hall picks it up on the near side. Hall to Pouliot. Pouliot checked immediately by Mitchell. Jonathan Huberdeau. Petrovic to Jágr. Jaromir Jágr going wide on Fane. Fane breaks up that pass attempt. Sekera comes in to help out. He checks Huberdeau. Jágr steals right out in front. It got by Barkov. Comes to Petrovic. Petrovic behind the net for Huberdeau. Huberdeau lost it. Teddy Purcell's got it. Jágr gets it back again for Barkov. Off the boards for Huberdeau. Jágr out in front. Jaromir Jágr can't get the good shot away. Barkov goes down along with Fane. Teddy Purcell, chance to get it out for Draisaitl.
I think they got away with one there. 3 penalties go against him, but I think the Oilers got away with the trip.
Petrovic to Mitchell. Off the boards intended for Nick Bjugstad. That pass didn't connect, and they'll come back on the icing.
You mentioned that Matt Hendricks was out with Benoit Pouliot and Jordan Eberle. That's because number 93, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, wasn't there. Why? We think maybe because of this. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, penalty killing, gets out, blocks the shot off his foot. We know Laurie Korpikoski is out because of that. That one rings off of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' foot. You can see the grimace on his face. He's been excellent tonight, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, in all aspects of the game, including the penalty kill, which has been stellar.
Oilers do a good job of blocking shots. They came in 5th in the league. Bjugstad, pad save by Talbot. Back the other way, reaching for it is Kassian. Trying to get started with Yakupov, but a good play by Kampfer to break that up. Steven Kampfer plays it around the boards. Bjugstad has it go by him. Nurse with it now. Up the middle for Kassian. He'll just wrap that puck in. Yakupov on the far side. Yakupov turns. Here's Yakupov's shot. That doesn't get through. Darnell Nurse back into his own zone. Leads all rookies in ice time, does Darnell Nurse. He is also 3rd in hits. Kampfer's shot. Pad save by Talbot. Sits behind the net. Greiba fights off Brandon Peary. Lays it off the boards and down the ice for Jordan Eberle. Eberle trying to get by Kulikov. Coming over was Kampfer to help out. Peary. Trocheck pass intercepted by Nurse for Eberle right at the line. That was broken up. Riley Smith trying to get himself some space, and he will because the Oilers are going to make a change. Kampfer gains the line, dumps that puck in. Talbot for Hendricks. Hendricks, second chance to get it out to Hall, and does. Plays it off the glass. Petrovic over to Kulikov. Kulikov takes a hit from Hendricks right in front of the Oiler bench. Petrovic. Long pass. He was trying to find Riley Smith, but it's going back. Rogers Oilers hockey right here on Sportsnet.
Good job, buddy. Attaboy.
Welcome back. Speaking of welcoming back Rogers Oilers hockey, it returns in 24 hours as Edmonton goes across the state to visit Steven Stamkos and the very hot Tampa Bay Lightning. Catch the action at 5 p.m. Mountain tomorrow night on Sportsnet West. Meanwhile, a reminder that Safeway's featured participating product for tonight's telecast is Purex laundry detergent.
10 minutes left to go in the second period. Florida with an 18-9 shot advantage, but they trail 3-0. Yakupov, Letestu, and Kassian, along with Fane and Sekera. Face-off won by Derek McKenzie. He is out there with Howden and Thornton. Sean Thornton with it now. He'll turn and give it to Quentin Howden. Trying to get away from Fane. Gets knocked down. Letestu plays it off the glass. Gets it as far as the blue line. Thornton with it now. He's got Howden out in front. John Thornton now gives it to Quentin Howden, who goes behind the net. Gives it right back to Thornton. He'll play it back to Campbell at the point. Thornton turns, throws it towards the net, deflected. And that one goes wide as Howden got a stick on it. McKenzie fires it from a sharp angle. Letestu is there to block it. But the Panthers keeping the pressure on. Thornton to Howden. He'll play it back to Campbell at the point. Campbell to Petrovic. Alec Petrovic's wrist shot. Doesn't make it through. Mark Fane takes a hit from Howden. Campbell steps up to keep the puck in. Now Letestu will try and work it out as that line wants to get off. Comes right to Montoya, and he will cover.
Let's go back to the face-off, the Florida Panthers' own zone. Two guys in the inside, two guys at the slot for the Florida Panthers. Watch their move. Little pick, and then they're just going to jet out of the zone. Win back, then up off the boards, and out you go, and you outrace the D-man for the puck. Nice play. They'll bank off the boards, and then bang, you're off to the races. You've got two guys up ice. You push the D-man back, and you're going to get to the puck first and put pressure on, which is exactly what happened with the Florida Panthers.
Matt Hendricks out there in between Pouliot and Eberle in the absence of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Schultz and Davidson are on the blue line as Hendricks lines up against Alexander Barkov, wins the draw back to Eberle. Eberle with a backhand stopped by Montoya.
Nice little play off the face-off. This is Matt Hendricks using his feet. Well, lost art nowadays. Everybody falls to the one knee. Right here, Matt Hendricks' power turns, and then a little dipsy doodle by Jordan Eberle. Al Montoya, shuffle, get square, make the save on the backhand by Jordan Eberle. But Jordan looks like he's feeling a little bit some trouble with the face-off. Matt's going to get kicked out on this one.
Benoit Pouliot will step in against Barkov. Montoya with 7 saves so far. Cam Talbot has made 18. Pouliot gets a little help from Eberle. Yager trips up Jordan Eberle. And for the first time in this game, the Edmonton Oilers are going to go on the power play, as the future Hall of Famer is going to go to the sin bin.
There goes the Lady Bing.
Can't have everything. Yager leads this team in goals and points. He's got 6 in his last 7, but he's going to the penalty box.
Eberle pulls from the inside to help out on the face-off. Yager just gets the stick in the feet. Down he goes, and big power play opportunity.
Think he's going to go to the Hall of Fame?
No, I don't think he'll get it. Oh, wait a sec. Yep. They might just forego the vote.
They could put him in while he's still playing, because he's going to play till he's 63. Oilers were 0 for 3 when these teams met on January the 10th. They get their first chance, and here comes Taylor Hall. Hall right out in front. It comes. Shot stopped by Montoya.
Well, Yakupov was there for the break, for the rebound. Unfortunately, his stick broke.
Little help from the Florida Panthers.
Yeah, there was that.
Draisaitl with Hall. Herschel. Back at the point is Sekera. Steps up against McKenzie. The puck goes in the air. Draisaitl covering at the point. Keeps it in for the Oilers. Herschel to Sekera. Sekera, wrist shot. Hall trying to tip it. It goes wide. And Campbell is there to send it down the ice. Florida has struggled with their penalty kill at home. They are 24th in the league, but overall they're 9th.
Too many men. Too many men on the ice. Edmonton Oilers.
There goes the power play with 59 seconds left to go in that minor to Yager. So we'll play 4-on-4 for around a minute.
You know, one of my pet peeves. One of my pet peeves is guys who do not hurry off the ice. Coast. And you're not paying attention on the bench. I don't think we're going to get it with our camera angles, but Todd McCollum, not a happy guy. And in fact, one of the things the Oilers do is that they are slow when they're coming to the bench, and it drives coaches crazy.
Draisaitl and Hall will be up front for the Oilers. Face-off win, Kulikov. Shot stopped by Talbot.
It takes the wind out of your sails. You got a power play, you're up 3-0. The next goal could be the dagger. And then on a lazy change, not concentrating, not focused, you give back that odd man opportunity.
Draisaitl and Barkov again. Barkov wins the draw, but he will chase Kulikov back into his own zone. Dmitry Kulikov coming down the right side. Kulikov against Davidson. Takes a hit from Davidson. Schultz with a puck. Plays it off the boards. Kept in. Jussi Jokinen, Barkov. He hammered that shot and went up over top of the net. Kampfer for Barkov. Barkov, Jokinen, Kampfer, and Kulikov keeping the pressure on. This is Kulikov with the puck now. He'll chip it in. Barkov round the boards. Kampfer waiting for it. Steven Kampfer for Jussi Jokinen, being watched by Schultz. Right out in front it comes. Talbot got his stick down. Draisaitl has some room. His pass for Hall doesn't work. And it'll come back on the icing. Rogers Oilers hockey right here on Sportsnet.
From the many, one will rise. 30 superstars, one monumental task. Outlast 29 others. Carve your destiny. From the many, one will rise. WWE Royal Rumble.
46 seconds of power play time now for the Florida Panthers. Their fourth opportunity with the man advantage. Nail Yakupov serving the too many men penalty. Out in front it comes. Trocheck. An opportunity. Waits. Stopped by Talbot. Rebound in front. And there is Nurse to pick it up and send it down the ice. Point blank chance for Vincent Trocheck. Talbot has now made 19 saves in this game. Trocheck with the puck again. Gives it to Jagr. Jaromir Jagr. Pass for Trocheck. Gets by him. Kept in by Petrovic. Alex Petrovic. Sekera takes a look. Gives it to Teddy Purcell. Nail Yakupov is out of the box. Teams at even strength. Florida now 0 for 4 with the man advantage. One shot on that power play. 5 of their 19 shots have been generated with the man advantage.
Well, the Oilers' penalty kill has been solid, and one of the reasons you have a good penalty kill is because your goaltender. You hear it all the time. Goaltender's got to be the best penalty killer. Look how aggressive he is in that situation. Lots of traffic around him, but he gets right out to the edge of the blue, settles down, squares up, nowhere for the shooter to go.
Cam Talbot came into the game with 67 saves in his last 2 starts. And he's got a 3-goal cushion. Davidson, shot stopped by Montoya. Huberdeau, pass intended for Shaw, broken up. Eberle to Davidson. Brandon Davidson flips it in. Draisaitl keeps it in. Leon Draisaitl for Eberle. Jordan Eberle from the corner gets double teamed. And Bukestad will send it down the ice. No icing as Eric Greibel will go back to get it. Florida making a change. Letestu, Yakupov, and Kassian up front. Mark Letestu to Yakupov. Yakupov to Kassian. Puck ends up in the corner. Campbell sweeps it around for Jussi Jokinen, and he is checked immediately there by Eric Greibel. Good job by Yakupov to keep it in. Snaps a shot, carrying on is Kassian. He is stopped. Letestu goes just wide. Kassian then throws a hit on Nick Bukestad. Good shift for that line. Just over 3 minutes to go here in the second period. Andre Sekera. They'll give it to Fane. Wrap it around the boards. Nobody home. Kept in by Thornton. Bain now sent that ahead. He'll get another chance to get it out and is successful. Sends it slowly down the ice. No icing. Kulikov for Campbell. For Howden. He is checked by Hall. Tolia trying to dig it loose. It does go to an open wing. And Davidson back into his own zone. Thornton lining him up. Sekera with a puck now. Quentin Howden on the intercept. Sekera recovers. He'll start the rush. Andre Sekera makes sure he gets to the line and then dumps it in. All right, Andre, he thought he got to the line.
That was what I was thinking too, and the linesman disagreed.
So Taylor Hall will take the draw against Barkov. Barkov wins it back to Mitchell. His shot. And there is cool, calm Cam Talbot to make a glove save. Rogers Oilers hockey from the BB&T Center here in Florida.
Welcome back. Gerard Gallant, the Florida Panthers, missing exactly in a certain way what Todd McClellan and the Edmonton Oilers are missing, and that is their most recent #1 overall picks. Aaron Ekblad not in the lineup tonight, and neither is Conner McDavid. And two guys who have similar backgrounds and have become friends over the years, so much so they actually had dinner together when Florida was in Edmonton last weekend or 2 weekends ago. They've represented Canada. They both got into the OHL thanks to the exceptional status a little bit early. And one thing Ekblad said, it's always nice to have someone you know go through the same things you've gone through. Now both franchises looking forward to each of their #1 picks making a return.
Aaron Ekblad is due back on Friday in the game against the Chicago Blackhawks. We'll have to wait to see Conner McDavid until February the 2nd in a game at Rexall against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Here, the Oilers with a 3-0 lead, just over 2 minutes to go in the period. Schultz. Shot didn't make it through. Kampfer given a bump. Yager picks it up on the near side. Yager to the middle it goes to Barkov. Barkov to Huberdeau. Huberdeau centers for Yager. The pass was behind him. Yakupov was right on the Hall of Famer. Kampfer with it now. Wires a long shot in. Cam Talbot makes the save and he will hold.
Steve Kampfer in the lineup, as mentioned, one of the reasons because Aaron Ekblad is out, but they have an abundance of depth at the defense position. They have got veterans, they've got young guys. Another thing that Dale Talon does so well is find talent, put them in the lineup, and then you've got good coaches like Gerard Gallant being able to develop them. But Dale Talon is one of those guys that believes you need at least 9 defensemen to make a good run into the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Hendricks controls from the draw, plays it off the glass. Petrovic takes a big hit there from Iro Pakarinas.
Nothing wrong with that play at all by Iro Pakarina. Aaron Ekblad, Petrovic, I should say, grabbed the puck, was pushing it back in the zone, and Iro Pakarina finished a good check. There's nothing wrong with that hit at all.
Game time.
Petrovic trying to keep the puck in, pushes it forward. Good finish check. Nothing wrong with that by Iro Pakarinen.
He had 10 hits in the game against Arizona last week. Iro Pakarinen, 5th among rookies in hits. He's got 78 coming in, and a big one there against Petrovic.
That's why Todd likes him. He knows what he's going to bring every game.
Petrovic keeps it in at the line. There's Pakarinen again. Behind the net this time. He ties up Trocheck. Gets the puck loose for Darnell Nurse. And Nurse races out of the zone. Less than a minute to go in the period. Nurse fans on the shot, gets a second chance. Stopped by Montoya. Back the other way come the Panthers. This is Brandon Peary. Peary centers for Trocheck. Drops for Smith. Goes cross ice for Kulikov. His shot blocked by Fane.
Fortunate there on that attack. Taylor Hall was caught in defense, and he was He was pushing a little bit too hard there.
Here he centers for Petrovic, who has jumped down. Alex Petrovic back to the point, being covered by Nick Bukestad. Bukestad leaves it there for Logan Shaw, back to Kulikov. Kulikov fires it into the corner. Fane says thank you very much, but then turns it over. Bukestad to his knees, plays it back to the point. Long shot. Shaw looking for the rebound. Talbot finds it and covers up.
Big takedown by Darnell Nurse right by the net as well. Darnell had jumped up into play. Taylor got on the ice on a change, got caught in defense, and then they really never got settled, the Oilers, in their own zone. And Taylor's deep, and then he's back to high. He's chasing a little bit, and Darnell Nurse says, you know what, I'm just going to take my man down. And he does it with some force, and Cam Talbot finds the puck after that.
16 seconds to go in the period. Letestu against Bukestad. Bukestad complaining, but he's out. Jussi Jokinen is in. From the draw, scramble. Controlled by the Panthers. This is Bukestad. Time winding down in the period. Up in front is Shaw. Couldn't get the shot away. Camper may. He does. It goes wide. Davidson plays it off the boards. It gets by Campbell. Chance for one last quick shot. Teddy Purcell hears the horn and doesn't take it. So the Oilers get one goal in that second period. It's the second goal by Taylor Hall. Oh, welcome back, everyone. 40 minutes in the books here in Sunrise, Florida, and the Oilers with a 3-0 lead. Let's tell you about it. The scoring summaries are brought to you by Worley Parsons Ford. Visit WorleyParsonsFord.com to join our leading industrial construction team and enjoy great benefits and a safe work environment.
First period, it was Taylor Hall on a breakaway, and Jordan Everly, a nice play, beautiful pass by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Benoit Pouliot. Then Taylor Hall again takes advantage of a good breakout. Teddy Purcell and Leon Draisaitl assist on Taylor, jumping in the scoreboard. 2 big goals.
Taylor Hall has 4 career hat tricks. He will be in the lineup for the third period. Unfortunately, it is official now. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins will not return to this hockey game.
So the guys in the studio showed the hand. We thought it may have been off the foot, but the hand might be the other one. When you look at what Ryan Nugent-Hopkins was bringing, he was bringing good defensive structure. He was doing a great job in the penalty kill. But then you've got Mark Letestu and Matt Hendricks, who Billy Jaffe just talked about, doing their job. So you give them a little extra ice time. And with a 3-0 lead, 2 veteran guys on the road, couldn't think anybody better that could handle the job.
And I don't think Taylor Hall is not going to talk to you tomorrow, because you talk to him today, he gets 2 goals.
Usually I am Fredo. I am the kiss of death. So when you look at what happens with Taylor Hall, he might give us a conversation, and hopefully he'll have a few more goals to talk about.
Well, we talked about goal scoring and how it's down in the National Hockey League, and he talked about goalie equipment and blockers and gloves, but it hasn't bothered him in this game tonight. 2 goals give him 18 on the year, and the Oilers are trying to win their 8th game of the season when leading after 40 minutes. The Florida Panthers have come back just once when trailing after 2. You talked about Matt Hendricks filling in at center for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. He won 8 of the 11 draws for 73% as the third period is underway. Gerard Gallant, as you might expect, puts his top line out there. Yager, Huberdeau, and Barkov. Yakupov, Cassian, and Letestu have been out there every time that line is started the period.
Let's go back. The studio showed the hand. I thought it was, when I originally looked at this replay, I thought it was off the foot. It was the replay that we showed. When he goes down here to block, he gets right down low and gets his hand down, and that's what gets hit. So that was the one I didn't catch. I thought it was actually off the foot, and it was the guys in the studio picked it up, and the guys in the truck picked it up, and you picked it up. The only guy who couldn't pick anything up was me.
Ryan Nugent-Hopkins out. We talked about Lori Korpikoski blocking a shot in that game against Calgary.
I don't understand shot blocking like that, though, to tell you the truth. If coaches are going to demand that you shot block, and they do, then they should be teaching how to shot block without getting hurt.
Draisaitl, Hall, and Purcell out there with Davidson and Schultz. Huberdeau goes cross ice. Yager in front of the Oiler bench will backhand it in. Leon Draisaitl will pick it up. As for Schultz, didn't work, and then Schultz stops up goes back into his defensive posture and now will head off as the Oilers make changes. Brian Campbell leads the Panthers in. Couldn't get a shot away. Pouliot prevented that. Hendricks plays it off the boards for Pouliot. Eberle picks it up. Jordan Eberle across the line. Centering pass for Hendricks. Snaps a shot. Montoya got a piece of that one and sent it into the netting.
Good entry. First of all, good exit out of the zone. Good entry into the zone. And this gives Matt Hendricks the opportunity. Support all over the puck. Get that middle drive to the net. Matt Hendricks gets the puck probably a little earlier than he wanted. Good reaction, though, by DeBranson. He's so big. He comes over. He's got that long reach. Doesn't give Hendricks a lot of time to get shot off.
Hendricks will line up against Nick Bukestad. Wins the draw. Eberle. Nurse. Off the end boards it comes. Bukestad leads the Panthers back. Pouliot steals the puck. The Oilers, a top 5 team when it comes to takeaways in the National Hockey League. Campbell with Bukestad. Ryan Campbell centering pass comes right onto Talbot out in front. Jussi Jokinen spun around, could not get a shot.
There's the defensive expertise. Oh, big hack on the leg of Jordan Eberle, but the defensive expertise of Matt Hendricks coming back takes away the opportunity at the net. That's why you want to have Matty in late in this third period.
Kassian with a steal to Yakupov. Winds and fires a shot that goes wide. Trocheck for Peary. Sekera breaks that play up. And then Kassian runs in to Vincent Trocheck. Yakupov back the other way. A chance for Yakupov. His shot up high on Montoya. He makes the save and gets the whistle.
Here's the whack we talked about with Jordan Eberle. It's going to be Jussi Jokinen, kind of gets hooked down and gives him a little chop on the legs. The referee decides not to call either play. There's Matt Hendricks coming down to help out, making sure there's no chance on net. And Jussi Jokinen then gets taken down and then slash on the legs. So the physical play not as prominent in tonight's game, but still some bad feelings.
Jordan Eberle with his 11th goal of the season. Scored that in the first period. Kulikov. At center, Fain shoots it back in. Montoya slows it down there for Alex Petrovic. Petrovic to Smith. Riley Smith lost it. Draisaitl gets it back again. Now he gave it away. Riley Smith with a shot, scores. Riley Smith gets the Florida Panthers on the board. It's 3-1.
Well, you hate these if you're a coach. Self-inflicted. Hits your own guy on a breakout and bang, goes off you and into the net. Changes direction, so Andre Sekera has a tough shift. That beats Cam Talbot. Cam looking around to find it. This puck should have been out of the zone easy, and then the snapshot beats Cam Talbot. I think that went off of Andre Sekera as well. He made a giveaway in the first period, first shift from that position, and then another turnover cost him a goal.
Smith came into the game without a goal in his last 4 and now has 13 on the season. 2:45 into the third period. It's a 3-1 game. Hendricks out there with Eberle and Pacorino. Yager. Huberdeau. Back to Yager. Yager, pass for Huberdeau, out of his reach. Davidson broke that up. Here is Nail Yakupov in by himself. Yakupov! And oh, Montoya got a piece of it.
Huge save by Montoya. That was kind of a funny little breakaway there, too.
Nail Yakupov was all alone. Darnell Nurse drops it back for Letestu. Gryba sends it around the boards. Mitchell keeps it in. Mitchell throws it to the front of the net off Letestu. Kassian. He is checked there by Yager. Nurse knocks down Alex Barkov. Kassian wants to get it out and does to center. 25 shots for the Panthers, 18 for the Oilers. Jussi Jokinen. To the middle it goes. Bukestad fires a shot that goes off the stick of Letestu. Kulikov pinching in. Circling the net, putting it out in front is Bjugstad. Right there was Logan Shaw. Here is Jussi Jokinen. Bjugstad shot. Great save by Talbot. The rebound shot wide. Letestu in trouble behind his own net. Jokinen to Mitchell. Mitchell down low for Jussi Jokinen. Now it comes to the line, and Bjugstad can't keep it in. But the Florida Panthers have come alive, just like their crowd, here in the third period on the goal by Riley Smith.
Something Eric Branson talked to us about when this crowd gets going. He said the players can feel that energy, and it gives them a distinct home ice advantage.
Kulikov for Campbell. Turnover. Teddy Purcell's shot, and that one goes wide. Taylor Hall from the corner. Quentin Howden moving in with Thornton. Howden checked there by Fane. Puck still alive. Thornton and McKenzie up front. Leland Draisaitl against Derek McKenzie. McKenzie comes up with the puck. McKenzie plays it behind the net for Thornton. He's got Howden out in front. Thornton to Campbell, who's down low. Brian Campbell. He'll get it to Quentin Howden. Leave it there for Thornton. Thornton right out in front. It comes and scores. It's a 3-2 game.
Let's go way back. Nail Yakupov comes in with a breakaway. Watch his left foot. It catches on Al Montoya. Al Montoya kicks the leg out and actually kicks Nail Yakupov. And he has really labored in his own zone. This is the extended shift that got the momentum going. He can hardly move with that leg because he got kicked in by Al Montoya. And then here's the goal. All that cycling, all that work. Great player interchange. You're standing beside the man, but you don't have the guy's stick. You don't have the man. And the Oilers are now back on their heels.
Quentin Howden started this game without a goal in 15. He now has his fourth of the year. And it's 3-2. Sean Thornton gets his first assist of the year. 5:35, the time of the goal that has made it a one-goal contest. Smith dumps it in. Hendricks will pick it up in his own zone. Play it around the boards. Waiting for it on the far side is Benoit Pouliot. Campbell gets the other helper. 2 minutes and 50 seconds apart. The Florida Panthers score 2 goals. Davidson rips it in. Campbell sends it around the boards. Barkov waiting for it out there with Jágr and Huberdeau. Jágr brings it in. Pass for Barkov. Gets by him. Campbell picks it up at center ice, and he will dump it in.
That's terrific.
2 goals here in the third period for Florida. It's now 3-2. We'll come back after this.
Nail Yakupov during the commercial break testing out the leg. Had the breakaway. Al Montoya with the kick save. Kicked Nail Yakupov in the leg. He's testing that left leg. After that, Florida's goal. Momentum built. Lots of rotation, lots of player interchange, and Andrej Sekera does not have Quentin Howden's stick, doesn't have him, doesn't have the pass. Andrej Sekera not having a third period to write home about.
13:22 left to go in the period. Teddy Purcell goes to the middle for Hall. He's broken up by Jágr. Jágr to Barkov, dishes to Huberdeau. Huberdeau. Jágr on the far side. Drops it back. Campbell down low will get it to Huberdeau. Huberdeau trying to get it to Barkov, who was circling in front. Willie Mitchell to Huberdeau. He is checked by Darnell Nurse. Nurse wins the battle. Hall trying to get free, but the puck ends up in the Oiler bench.
The Brick, saving you more on furniture, mattresses, appliances, and big screen TVs.
Shop at Safeway today. Watch future Sportsnet telecasts, and you could be our next lucky winner. You could win a trip for 2 to a Dreams Resort and Spa, courtesy of redtag.ca, where Canada shops for great travel deals.
Gene, it's all about sevens. Florida, 7 wins at home. The Oilers, 7 losses on the road. One of those streaks will end tonight. Montoya. Jokinen, drop pass for Kulikov. Dmitry Kulikov dishes to Nick Bjugstad. Bjugstad out there with Shaw and Jokinen. Pouliot, Hendricks, and Eberle. Shaw waits for it on the near side. He'll play it back to Bjugstad. Quickly to Jokinen. Yossi Jokinen. Pass for Petrovic. Alex Petrovic. Round the boards it goes. Cut off there by Fane. He'll get it to Sekera. Sekera quickly up for Kassian. To the middle it goes Letestu, who's out there with Yakupov. Yakupov driving towards the net. Yakupov with a backhand is stopped by Montoya.
Leg looked okay there.
Yep, he was flying as he received that pass from Mark Letestu. 27 shots for the Florida Panthers, 19 for the Oilers. Campbell back into his own zone, takes his time. He'll give it to McKenzie. Eric McKenzie off the boards to himself. He gets by Fane with Thornton and Howden. Kemper keeps it in. He'll give it to McKenzie. It got by him, though. And it comes to Nurse. Takes his time, delivers to Draisaitl. Draisaitl flips that one high as the Oilers get a change in. Campbell right up the middle to Sean Thornton. Dumps it in. He'll chase it. Talbot gives it to Greiba. And he takes a hit from Thornton. Howden was alone right in front. The puck went right by him.
Talked about less time in the zone for the Edmonton Oilers as their forward key. You've got to get your forwards back to support that play by Eric Greiba, but you've got to make sure you get your head up and get off your backhand if you're Eric Greiba, make the right play.
Camphor up the middle for Trocheck. Campbell. He is down low from the corner. Trocheck plays it to Peary. Peary behind the net. Trocheck's out in front. He tries to jam it in. It goes up in the air. Riley Smith trying to help out. Here is Teddy Purcell. An opportunity to clear it, and he'll send it down the ice. That will let the Oilers make a change. 10.5 minutes left to go in regulation time. Dmitry Kulikov leads the rush for Florida. Kulikov across the line. That's as far as he got. Back the other way comes Eberle. Jordan Eberle gets around Riley Smith. Mitchell to the other side for Peary. He'll get it back again. Mitchell to Kulikov. Drops it back for Mitchell. The captain wasn't ready for it. Mitchell goes to Yager on the far side. Broken up there by Jordan Eberle. Huberdeau with it now. Kulikov. Pass for Huberdeau, broken up by Eberle. He will play it back to Schultz, and that will let the Oilers make a change. Bakarinen, Letestu, and Kassian are out on the ice right now. Huberdeau with Yager. Jaromir Yager. Davidson watching him at the line. Good play by Davidson as he gets it to Kassian. Kassian chips and chases. Zach Kassian around the boards. Letestu waiting for it. He will drop it behind the net. Mitchell takes a bump from Kassian. Barkov intercepted by Letestu. He'll keep it in for the Oilers. Huberdeau to Barkov. Stripped of the puck by Fane, who shoots it right back in. Montoya leaves it there for Stephen Kampfer. Logan Shaw. Shaw dumps it in. Nurse head on a twiddle. Avoids the hit. Greiba plays it to Teddy Purcell. Purcell lost it to Campbell. Gets it back again. Here is Nurse. He lost it to Nick Bjugstad. Puck comes free and out to center. Kampfer to Campbell. Stephen Kampfer. He will just flip a one-hopper. Nurse, round the boards it goes. Hendricks waiting for it. Thornton steps up on him. An opportunity now for Pouliot with Eberle. Benoit Pouliot. And a sliding Brian Campbell broke it up. Kampfer to the middle for Howden. It gets by him. Hendricks turns right back the other way. Eberle moving in. Jordan Eberle dancing to the middle. A backhand. That didn't make it through. Brian Campbell picks it up. Just over 8 minutes left to go in regulation time. McKenzie around the boards. Howden waiting for it on the far side. Quentin Howden gets double teamed there by Davidson and Pouliot. Thornton in to try and dig the puck loose. Hendricks bounces it out to center. Oilers make a change. Kulikov. Pass tipped in by Thornton, and he didn't touch it. And will come back on the icing.
Build your home your way with Edmonton's award-winning home builder, Coventry Homes, the preferred builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
Now Yakupov with his second chance in the period. He waits, and now he's just going to hit the gas. We're under about the leg. While he cleared space there, he was able to get in for a dynamite chance, beating Nick Bjugstad up the ice.
Yakupov looking for his first career goal against the Florida Panthers. The Oilers could use the insurance right now. Fane right on to Montoya. Kulikov and Petrovic are the blue liners for the Panthers. Letestu pins Petrovic against the boards with Yakupov and Cassian. This is Yakupov. Nail Yakupov behind the net. Yakupov all the way back to Sekera. Lets a shot go. Montoya at the top of the crease makes the save with Cassian looking for the rebound. Quentin Howden came into the game without a goal in his last 15. The Monkeys off his back in a 3-2 game.
Welcome back. Can't wait to share your experience on the road like these fans. If you're catching a game in the U.S., you can share all of those experiences as they happen with friends and fans back home with Roam Like Home from Rogers. You can use your phone exactly like you do at home, starting at $5 a day in the United States. Go to rogers.com/roamlikehome for the details.
Taylor Hall, Leon Draisaitl, and Iro Pakarinen are the forward line right now as Draisaitl gets kicked out of the circle. And it is Hall against Trocheck. A scramble. Trocheck picks it up. He's out there with Smith and Peary. Fane. Tipped in by Pakarinen. Hall giving chase. Trocheck sends it around the boards, waiting for it. Petrovic lost it to Draisaitl. Here is Pakarinen. Hall with it now. Petrovic gets it back, but the Oilers keep it in. Now at center. Smith stopped by Pakarinen. Pakarinen fights to get it to Hall, who fights to get the backhand in so he can make a change. Vincent Trocheck turned aside. Kulikov runs into Hendricks. And we're coming back.
We talked about it. Well, Kevin, you did. This is a game of 7. 7 wins in a row for the Panthers at home. 7 losses in a row for Todd McCullough. Got points in 3 of them, but that's not enough. You want to make sure you get the wins, and the W is what nobody ever talks about. Overtime losses. That is what everybody talks about. And the Oilers need it for the confidence. As you can see, the team with the lead, 3-0 going this third period, now 3-2. They have to find a way to close out games.
They have been involved in 8 straight one-goal games. They are 11-9-5 overall in one-goal contests. And it's the second time they've been involved in a one-goal game against this Florida Panthers team. The last time they were here, last January, 3-2 win in a shootout. Jágr with the puck now. Jaromir Jágr right out in front. Cam Talbot steers that to Eberle. Eberle. He is with Hendricks. Gets across the line. Turned back. Huberdeau with it now. Huberdeau. Given a bump by Eric Greiba. Cassian. Hendricks just inside his line. Trying to get a little help from Cassian, but it is offside. Brought back in by Markov. Rogers, Oilers hockey on Sportsnet.
Well, the Oilers have people to deal with that are out of the game, and we're looking at the Florida Panthers bench. We don't see number 44, Eric Branson. He made the good play on Matt Hendricks for the shot to help deflect the shot high and wide, and after that he missed a couple shifts and he's not come back yet. 5 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. That's a big loss for the Panthers.
Pakarinen right on to Montoya. Montoya juggled it, pushed it to the corners, and then Pakarinen hammers Kulikov into the boards. And Kulikov comes right back at him. Davidson keeps it in. Bjugstad with it now. Bjugstad right in front of his own net. Pushes that puck down the ice, and that will come back on the icing call. Ivanka and Ken are manning the desk tonight. Let's find out what's coming up in a preview, guys.
Hey, Quinter, lots going on. Methinks we'll dive into this whole Henrik-Gudbranson thing in the postgame and much more.
And bad news for the Vancouver Canucks. We'll let you know how long Henrik Sedin will be out of the lineup. Back to you.
All right, that is Sportsnet Central. Coming up after the game, we've got 5:12 left to go here in the third period. Draisaitl wins the draw against Bukestad, but it is Logan Shaw who works it out to center. Fane, Hall. Teddy Purcell giving chase. Kampfer sends it around the boards. Kulikov. Bukestad can't get it out. Hall keeping it in. Taylor Hall, good job to get it to Draisaitl. His shot goes high and wide. Kampfer chops at it. It gets to the blue line no further. Sekera. His shot goes wide, and now it'll come back down the ice, and the Florida Panthers make a change, and so do the Oilers with 4.5 minutes left to go here in the third period. Brian Campbell. At center is Trocheck. Lost it to Pouliot. Hendricks dumps it in. He will chase it. Willie Mitchell will get there first. Down the near side. Picked up by Riley Smith. Smith. A pass to Trocheck. Trocheck dishes off to Campbell. Brian Campbell. To Vincent Trocheck. Trocheck behind the net. Here he throws a hit on Pouliot. The puck comes to the near side. Willie Mitchell pinching down low. Trocheck covering for him at the blue line. Pouliot with it now. Everly sweeps it in. The Oilers want to make a change. Under 4 minutes left to go in regulation time. The Oilers trying to even the season series against the Florida Panthers. Howden. Long shot by Thornton. Kept in by Campbell. McKenzie. To Thornton. Thornton. Lost it to Davidson. He sends it around the boards. The Panthers are able to keep it in. McKenzie at the point. Blocked by Cassian. Races on. Here is Zach Cassian. Can he get his first goal as an Oiler? Stepped by Montoya. Letestu lays it back to the point. The Oilers were making a change. Fane fires it in. Chances now for the Oilers as Florida will have to take chances to try and even this game. Barkov to Yager. Dishes off to Huberdeau. Huberdeau lets it go. Talbot the save, and he reaches out and covers the rebound. As he had Barkov driving to the net. Tied up by Leon Draisaitl.
Another breakaway opportunity. This is the third breakaway chance. Zach Cassian comes in, tries to fool Montoya with a quick shot. Montoya fends it off. Just gets it to the forehand bank. Snaps it, but Montoya right there to make the save. And right after that, Cam Talbot has to make a beauty with the right leg and then scoops it. As you had Barkov driving the net, Leon Draisaitl was right on him. Look how close this is. Barkov's stick just missing that loose puck.
That line stays out there. Huberdeau with it now. Huberdeau cuts. Lets a shot go. Talbot looking for it. Barkov right at the line. They jam away. It's still alive. Kulikov circles.
Holy mackerel. That was an unbelievable save.
Kulikov with it again. Kulikov to Yager. Cam Talbot, heroic right now. Yager out in front for Huberdeau, cleared by Hendricks. Pouliot will send it down the ice. 2.5 minutes left to go here in regulation time. Barkov to Kulikov. Montoya creeping higher is Yager. Centering pass. Campbell's shot missed the target. Davidson chips it out and a race for it now. Here is Cassian again. Cassian moving in with Pakarinen. Cassian out in front for Pakarinen. Couldn't get the stick down.
Wow.
Back the other way. Shaw. A pass for Bukestad. Too far. Davidson chops it off the boards and gets it out. Back to pick it up is Steven Kampfer. We're under 2 minutes to go in regulation time. Greiba. Checked by Logan Shaw. Jokinen from the corner. Montoya still in the net. Back to the point. Mitchell is there. Mitchell plays it behind the cage. Shaw without a glove will give it to Jokinen. Jokinen to Bukestad. Bukestad. Montoya is headed to the bench. An opportunity for a hat trick. Instead, Hall passes off to Teddy Purcell, who scores. Montoya diving back, but it's it's not enough. As Hall gets it to Purcell. Purcell gets the empty net goal, and the Oilers have a 4-2 lead.
Al Montoya was coming out, hesitated, started to move out, and then it's just the wrong time for Al Montoya and the Florida Panthers. It ended up in his net.
The play of the game is brought to you by Rogers NHL Game Center Live. Follow your team on any screen from anywhere.
And the empty net goal could not have happened if it wasn't for Cam Talbot. Mad scramble, drops right in the crease, and then the wraparound attempt. Cam Talbot, and that second effort with the glove. He lays down. He's the one guy who saw Kulikov coming around the net, and there's the effort, taking the puck off of Kulikov's stick. That is our Rogers play of the game, and it's a game saver.
18:32, the time of the insurance goal by Teddy Purcell, his 10th of the year. A slump ends for him as well. He came into this game without a goal in 9. And the Oilers, a minute 4 away from snapping a 7-game losing streak away from Rexall. Jordan Eberle. Eric Greiba. Greiba drop pass for Hall. Hall with a shot. That one missed. Draisaitl leaves it for Hall. He is knocked down by Petrovic. Hall behind the net. Hall still has it. He'll give it to Draisaitl. Teddy Purcell. Out to center it comes. Shot back in. The Oilers make a change. 27 seconds to go. Now, Florida Panthers ripped off a 12-game winning streak, the longest in franchise history, and now they're going to lose their 4th straight game. And their first loss at home since December the 8th, when they lost to the Ottawa Senators. The Oilers start a crucial road trip before the All-Star break. And Cam Talbot, with a 3-year extension, gets his 9th victory of the season. Clarice Dueck of Grand Prairie shopped at Safeway. On behalf of Safeway and Purex Laundry Detergent, you have won the Orac Pro Shield Next Air Purifier on the empty net goal by Teddy Purcell.
The early goals, led by Taylor Hall, really helped out the Oilers, and they were able to hang on thanks to Cam Talbot. Miraculous saves in the third, especially the one off Dmitry Kulikov.
3 points for Taylor Hall, 3 points for Teddy Purcell. The Oilers get their 6th road win of the year.